Because you mentioned, I'm glad you said that as well about the kind of generation about this sort of shaming thing now as well. And does that do you think that kind of affects people's mentality of wanting to start their own business now? They might think, or they might think it's a crap idea, or I'm too scared to do that. Do you think that kind of affects people, the youth now?
I think there's a lot in needing to feel like you have it all together before you do something. And the best thing I heard when I started the YP Collective, it would be 6 years ago now, was somebody just stood up in a company meeting once, telling their story, and they said, "Oh, I just decided I'm going to start before I'm ready."
Hmm.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I
Yeah.
waiting for? And I realized you need to start before you're ready, because the mistakes need to be made,
You do.
but also you have a lot more in your armory than you think you do. And just
You do.
start something. What can
Yeah.
you do in the 5 minutes now? And it can be the smallest thing, and another thing that was happening for me at the time was, I'd had, the previous year to starting the company, I'd had, a, a lump come up in my throat, and I don't know if you can see my scar.
Wow.
um, um, had a lump come up about the size of a golf ball just overnight,
What?
and I was like, this doesn't seem good. Lumps don't tend to be the happiest of stories. And it took about 7 months of in and out of hospitals, needles, cameras, ultrasounds, um, to find out that it was a cyst, which is fine, but then they needed to test the cyst, because cysts can be funny. Anyway, long story short, I was very, very lucky that I had this cyst removed. Quite intensive surgery. I mean, your throat's a small space, so
Of
to have
course.
no keyhole available. So it was full kind of sunroof, and it took 18 months to heal.
Wow.
And the several months before of tests and waiting for surgery, etc. Very, in some ways, quite the traumatic experience, very stressful, scary, lots of what ifs.
Mm.
And I finished the year in 2013 thinking, God, I really need to feel like my adrenaline is here for a reason, and not because I'm terrified of what if. I need to feel alive,
Hmm.
not scared anymore. And, I decided I was going to spend 2014 doing a challenge a day. So I started around October, making a list at the end of the year and asking lots of friends and family to offer ideas. And I needed some of these things to be achievable, right? We're not talking, I haven't got the funds or the amount of hours in the day to be going skydiving and wrestling crocodiles every day. But it needs to be a couple of big, couple of middle size, few little ones, stuff that the idea was that every time I went to bed, I'd done something I hadn't done before, or I've made myself do something. So I started doing it, started blogging, I started vlogging, started doing sort of stuff to kind of say, see, I did do it, got some
Yeah. Yeah.
evidence. Um, and and that pushed me along, because by the time it got to April 14th, and one of those challenges was, this company you want to start, register it on Companies House. That's my daily challenge for today. One of them was start the company YouTube channel, do that today. A lot of them was like, go and do a graffiti course, or a TV presenter course, or skydive, or bake a loaf of bread, stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But I embedded some stuff to do with things that I wanted as well, and it took the fear away, because as soon as it became like just a daily task, I just got to do this. I don't have to do the whole thing. I don't have to be the next Richard Branson, although I'm not massively keen on being him these days. um, you know it just has to be something, and all of a sudden something turns into something else, and it starts to kind of ball up. And by the end of the year, I'd left my job and started it properly. These things start before you're ready. It's such a good one, because our education system indoctrinates us to feel like we have to have the perfect end product before we come up with the answer.
Yeah.
And imagine if that's how we did work.
Yeah.
Imagine if we never tested and understood how to build a skyscraper, and that we had to come up with this one single solution first and then build it. No, we know how to build the Shard because we've had many chances to practice, right?
Yeah.